She actually did 2 sets, which I was so shocked by. Like, okay, eat me up for real. But she did 2 sets. But this is the set that I decided to put on. And look at this. See this like green? It's like heat based, which is why I'm like the tips touching my nail bed is like, okay, of course it's not. Hold on. See, and that'll go back to like this shade here. But like, I've seen it, but I haven't seen it in like a lot of sets. So like, I was very shocked by that. But I thought this was so cute. I didn't put thumbs on because she also sent me some lashes, so I'm gonna use one or try out these different lashes for this makeup look. She sent me 2 pairs. If you guys want to check out her channel, please do, as well as check out her Instagram. She's Facebook and TikTok, and it is on the same app, which is Crystal Slays Lives. So, promo. Not big. That's so stupid. Anyway, I have so much to update you guys on. Like, it's disgusting. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're having a phenomenal day. There's a lot to unpack. I do want to first say before I start, I am using some e.l.f. products. I don't know if you guys have seen what's been going on about e.l.f. If you have not, essentially they used someone in an advertisement. I think the dude's name is Matt something. I knew of him, but I just, they chose to use him in some advertising, and he, like, it makes fun of domestic violence and sexual assault, and is overall just like a woman hater. Like, he's weird, and they used him in an advertisement, and they've received a lot of backlash, which personally I agree with that backlash, and I will not be continuing to utilize e.l.f. products. I'm actually in the midst of finding some replacements for some things. I will say the one thing that I probably am going to consistently still use is the primer I have until that runs out. All the other products I have that are e.l.f. based are honestly expired and need to be replaced anyways, so I'm just going to be doing that. It just is going to take me some time, which we'll get into why in a second. So just wanted to make that incredibly crystal clear on how I feel, because you will see their products. And for most things that I buy, it's, you know, I try to be incredibly intelligent on where my money is going, to what brands. So yeah, basically. Just wanted to throw that out there. And this is supposed to be like a dupe anyway, so I might just buy the real deal. I've also heard that NYX or NYX, I don't know how you pronounce it, like glue primer is really good, so I might get that next. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's very disappointing, I will say, because I've been using e.l.f. probably since I was like 9. Not only like with their products, but like I used to use this, it's called like a zit zapper. It was like this stick that you put on like your acne or zits, and it would help them go away. Don't know if it actually worked, but I swear younger me thought it did. And I loved using it, like, as my mom used it, you know, like when you're a kid, you like repeat what your parents do. And so like I would just put it on my face sometimes, which probably caused me to have acne, but so kind of disappointing, not gonna lie. But I'm gonna do a look to try and kind of match like a green look, hopefully. I so trimmed my beard, if you can't tell, to try and make it even, because like on my cheeks is very slowly coming in. Can you see it? No, but it's there, just very slowly. So I've been trimming it to kind of make it not feel crazy and ugly to me, because that's how I was feeling. But like when I trimmed it down, it felt better. So so like crazy big news. I'm not gonna get into the crazy big news right away. I want to talk about work first. So I don't know the last time when we chatted it up, but like my manager was on like a parental leave. So, you know, we switch over to a different team, or like we're the same team, but like a different sector within the university, right? And so like we've been working like straight up with like our director on stuff. And sorry, this feels like really good. It's like kind of cold, and I was just outside. And it's really warm and hot and nasty here. But anyway. So he came back earlier this month, which I don't think I made a video. Maybe I had. So he came back, and so things are just kind of like settling down as he like kind of resumes his position and like gets familiarized with everything. So that's been fine. And then we also had like a newer person join our team. I'm honestly not a big fan. I think I just need some time to get to know her, but like I think what I don't like about her is she's been here I think for a year or maybe two, which is like obviously more than I have. I'm about to hit a year next month in my role. And like I appreciate like when like if I don't know something, like somebody is like happy to like reach out and whatever, but like it's like you'll be explaining a situation. It's not that you necessarily want or need like assistance, but like it doesn't matter like who's talking, like it'll be our team lead talking, and she feels the need to just like talk, and it's not even something that's like beneficial. It's like she wants to hear herself, you know, and I really don't like people like that. I personally, I don't know, it's just like I want most communications just to be as efficient as possible. That's just me. And like obviously I like the chit chat, like I do a lot of chit chatting in my role, but like I don't know, that just kind of irritates the hell out of me. This is by Say. This is I think it counts as a primer, but this is the Glowy Super Gel and Star Glow. I honestly won't be repurchasing this again. I just don't feel like it adds anything to my routine. I also hate this lid. Like it does not stay on very well. Makes good sounds though. And like, I'm like kind of conflicted on if I want to say this or not. Like, I don't think anyone in the world is gonna find this channel at work, and I don't mean this, and I would never say this to somebody's face, because I'm normally not the person to make commentary on how people look. I think that's inappropriate. I think that everybody's attractive in their own way, even if I do not feel that they are attractive. But like the way, I think it's just I'm not really sure if I like her. And then B, like how her behavior is and how she acts is just overall irritating as fuck to me. And you know how a lot of people say white people have like no lips, right? I don't think I've ever met someone whose like lips look inverted. Like it is just like, and I think maybe that's what I get annoyed so badly when she wants to speak, because it's like almost, and this is so shitty, distracting, like the lack of, and I've never been insecure really about my lips or anything like that. I think for a white person, they are decent sized lips. I don't know. I'm normally not the person to shame. Like, I don't think that if you have smaller lips, they do look bad or anything like that. Because again, it's all that's important is that you find yourself attractive. And like, I do believe that like when people say there's somebody for everybody, like that is true. Because like I don't even truthfully like, and this is just like coming from my own insecurities, like I do not even find myself to be incredibly attractive. Like I don't. So like not that it justifies me shitting on somebody else, but I'm doing it to justify it to myself. But it's like, I think it's just because I dislike you so much. I'm just like, then I start looking at you and I'm like, so I don't know. And it just like, I also like the way she positions herself on camera, because like, you know, I work from home. I opened this and I didn't put any on. Most of us, like what you're seeing right now, that's how I normally look on my calls. If not, like maybe a little bit higher. I don't really show much more. And also my background is blurred. I don't, not that like my background's crazy or anything. Like sometimes it's maybe a little bit messy up top here, which I mean it kind of is right now. But like it's just like you don't need to see my background. It's nothing special or anything. You know, and I just like, I also like find that like sometimes stuff's going on, like my cat's being crazy, so I just don't want to be a distraction. God, this is like so scented. I don't think I've ever realized that. It smells really good though. It's very floral, but it's very scented. It's kind of like a gardenia scent. Wow, that was, I just like slammed this lid into the table really loud. So but this is like a more gardenia scent. I love gardenia scents. It smells really good. But anyway, so I don't think I'm a big fan, and so like everything she does has just been like really been like, because like we were in a meeting and you can see her entire lower half, like you can see her sitting in her chair, and then like she'll like pop off mute, say something, and then like I don't know what the fuck she's doing, because like we're sitting in a fucking meeting, and don't get me wrong, like I'm all for, sorry, sometimes I forget like how sometimes I forget how bad my, like, you know, my nails are, I mean my fingers are, but anyway, but like, and I get like multitasking meeting, but it'll be like a fucking drop-in meeting, so a optional meeting, and she's like typing furious as fuck, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, it's just like, be here or don't. Like, I don't know, it's definitely me just being a fucking hater for sure, but like it's just like, girl, get like, what the fuck? I don't know. And also like, I think what my big thing too, if I haven't already said this, is like you'll be explaining that you're having trouble with something, and then instead of being like, oh, to fix this, she'll point out like the part you're not having trouble with, and she'll be like, so do you not know how to do this? Sorry, do you think I was just born last night and I don't know how to do my fucking job? Because like, mind you, the shit she'll ask you if you know how to do is like something you learn day one. If I don't know how to do this, I shouldn't be having this job. Like, and it's like, I'm sure she's just trying to be incredibly helpful, but it really comes off like demeaning. You know what I'm saying? Although she has not done it to me, she has done it to another person I'm not a huge fan of, and it's kind of, to me, it's a little funny, because it's like, that I feel like that person does need a little humbling at times. That's just me. And so it's a little humorous to me seeing that interaction, but also, and like, not to like be shitty, but like, I have a coworker I talk to probably like the most out of like everybody, and like apparently she tried to like snitch on her to our director over something like that the director was already aware of, because like our role, if you don't know what I do, I work for a university, and our role is like very, and like the stuff that we do for students is very contextual. Like no student has the exact same situation, shit going on, you know, and you do get to know people pretty intimately in this role, and they depend on you to do your job correctly. And so sometimes with some students, even though like there is normally like you would do XYZ in a certain situation, sometimes it's just not the best, you know, thing for a student, or, you know, for whoever you're helping, right? And so that was one of those situations where it was like a really contextual thing that our director, because our lead wasn't in yet, was helping my coworker out on, and like she, I guess, got that person on the phone that needed some of this like contextual shit, and then instead of just reaching out to this coworker and being like, hey, I'm not really understanding why I'm seeing XYZ, just straight out was like, that doesn't seem right, and then went to our director to like be like, this person isn't doing something right. And then the director was like, oh no, like I know, like that's fine. And then she reaches out to my coworker and is like, hey, do you have a minute like where we can chat like on a call? And so she's like, I mean, like, what is it about? Because like I would have done the same. Like, why do you want to fucking call me? Like, you can message me. And she's like, well, and she like typed it out, like explained like that she ran into like that student situation, and then told her straight up that she went to the director about it, which again, I just find to be a little inappropriate, because it's like, if I see something on a card, I'm gonna like totally go back on this in the next story I tell you. But like, I think it's important to assume best intentions with when you see something that you don't fully understand, whether that means that like the person was making an honest mistake and this is going to be a learning opportunity for them, or something's going on that you do not know. Like, there is that like need to know contextual information that you are just not involved in. And I think that's important to kind of have, especially in this role where you deal with like that every fucking day. So I just thought it was a little inappropriate, kind of going immediately to the highest person that you have access to, rather than the person who can just explain to you what the hell's happening. So that was like my real big issue, because I think people like that, honestly, is what makes like jobs irritating. And like, she could, and like, again, this is me trying to have best intentions with the situation, she could have genuinely thought she was like helping by reaching out to our director. But like, again, I just feel like that's a little demeaning, because then even though she just explained that she reached out to the director, and then our director explained to her that like, no, this is appropriate, like this is what we're doing in this situation, she then asked my coworker if she knew what she was doing and knew how to do a specific process that related to it. Like, she's not working with our fucking director in the first place. And that's where I talk about like that demeaning aspect. It's like, you are kind of a asshole. Like, I wouldn't, like, if I like brought something up to a director and they're like, oh, we're working on this with somebody, you know what I would not do? Reach out to that person and be like, hey, by the way, I just snitched on you. Like, first of all, I would take that to my fucking grave. And then second of all, sorry, this is a little yellow, so I'm trying to kind of like get it everywhere else. But like, second of all, I'm definitely not gonna like ask them if they know what the fuck they're doing, because they're working with it. Like, if a director says it's being taken care of, why would I do anything else? You know what I'm saying? Like, my boss's boss saying it's fine. So I just thought that shit was diabolical. So I think that's like also one of my big takeaways. I think it's sprinkling outside. Of like just not being a fan of this gal. But let me talk to you about some student situations I ran into. So tell me why. I get a call sent over to me, and this girl is like, hey, am I all good to like get registered for classes? Because there's like a few things you have to like make sure everything's okay with to register somebody for classes. So I take a look and I'm like, oh yeah, you're totally ready. Let's get you registered. So we talk through it, and I'm like, and I just thought it was so bizarre, because she like was asking, and so then I'm like talking to her a little bit more about like the last time she spoke with somebody, and she was like, I haven't really spoken to anybody about this, because she called the wrong people about getting registered in the first place, which I thought was so bizarre. So I'm taking a look, because I don't know if you guys know, like, you can claim students, but there's like rules with it, right? So if like they have someone who's assigned to them and they've been in that process for a hot minute, you have to ensure you're not like stepping on people's toes before you claim somebody. Because like, you wouldn't, like, say I talked to a student about something yesterday, and then somebody speaks with them the next day and was like, oh, they're my student now. Like, that's not okay, right? Because like, I'm actively working with them, and like, it's important to keep like familiarity, right? Because like, you build rapport with people. But she didn't even know what the fuck she was working with, and I was like, that is so weird. So I'm going through, and I see that this person has not connected with this student at all, and I'm like, that is so weird. And I was like trying to be cool about it because they had a task set for like 3 days ago, so it's like late, which is supposed to make it like pop up as a priority. I don't know how people let late tasks happen. They stress me out. I don't do that. So you have to wait for there to be 7 days of communication to be eligible to claim somebody. And it had just been 8 days. Now, normally, like, yes, all mine, but like, it's been a day. Like, that's kind of shitty. So I'm like debating whether I should or not. But at the same time, she had no fucking clue what was going on, and that's not like appropriate. So I was kind of feeling less bad about it. And then I start reading the communications. They were fake communications. There's like I would say not a way to fake it. I think it's very obvious if somebody looks, but you are not going to catch it if you're not looking for it. So they did 2 fake communications for this month of August, and I'm like, no, maybe I'm like mistaken. I'm not reading correctly. No, they faked that shit. So I claimed a student, and I don't think that they're ever gonna even notice because obviously, like, they like don't give a fuck. And I was so disgusted by it because like I totally get like not fucking with your job sometimes and like not needing a minute for sure. Like, please don't get me wrong, I totally get that. But like I couldn't imagine just like letting a student not hear from me, like, because like that's what the great thing is, like our job has like that flexibility, and like that's what fucking sending an email is for. Like, you don't want to call somebody, send them an email. Like, it's like just, and then that counts as a communication. So I was just like, so like, what the fuck about it? And then I get this other person's, the same person's student on the motherfucking line. And it's the student is like, I get him on, and they're super nice about it. But the student was like, I want to talk to a manager. I was like, oh, this is the first time somebody's ever asked me specifically, like, that I've ran into to ask to talk to like somebody in management. And of course no one is like answering me because I put it in like this big chat, like, hey, the student's asking for like somebody to speak to, like, and it's about this, like, can somebody call them, you know? And like nobody's answering. So I tell the student, like, hey, I don't want you to wait forever, you know, I have your information down. I'll make sure somebody gives you a call back soon. And the guy was so cool about it, which I thought was so bizarre because like I think the main reason that nobody responded to me is because they didn't want to deal with it. And like my team lead came in and was like, unofficially, like, that's exactly what it was. Like, people just like don't want to, and like especially when they're angry. But I was explaining, you know, I was like, he wasn't angry at all. He just wanted more direction. Although the shitty thing is, from what I see, the most part is exactly what our team lead will see. So if I didn't have additional information, which I don't, neither does my lead. So, I hope you guys stuff figured out because I feel so bad about like not being able to provide like info for him and like get him connected to somebody immediately. Like, I can't imagine how frustrating that is too, because I think he had called in the day prior as well. Sorry, I'm totally not picking my nose. I've been growing so bad nose hairs. It's disgusting. That's disgusting. But anyway, this is my Morphe Filter Effect finishing powder in filter 1. I don't even know if they make this anymore, but look how close I am to hitting pan. I don't know if it'll focus with this light. You can barely see the pan. I'm getting there. I've only had this for like 4.5 fucking years. Probably longer, to be honest. But anyway, so just like a shit show of a day. Like, I was so irritated, and I kept getting like different types of like student situations that I like did not have like the mental capacity. You know, just like some days you're like, that's how I felt all day. And then I ended up only getting to work an hour the next day. It was like the universe heard me and saying like I didn't want to go into work the next day because my power went out. So I came in, my power was out, and then power turned back on, but my internet didn't turn back on. So I came on with my hotspot, shot out emails to everybody, and then I was like, bye y'all. Which was nice. It was a nice like got paid for an hour, I'll use PTO for the rest, and just chill hacks. And I think that was really beneficial for me, even though it was like I didn't want to use the time off, but you know how it is. Sometimes the universe just works out like that, you know? Do you guys have any concealer recommendations? And personally, I'm not too impressed with this one. I do use the REM Beauty concealer, and I love that one, but I use that like as an everyday concealer, so I don't keep it in my makeup. I also feel like this product is like kind of defective because it feels like it doesn't have like a thing to stop the product from coming out. Does that make sense? I don't think so. This is also a little yellow for me, and I just am too lazy to return it. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, I just was like really stressed out that day. Like, I just so much shit, like with the phone calls, and like, because like, if I say like one more time, just shoot me. It's like, next week is when classes begin, so it's been very busy because people are wanting to get signed up like pretty last minute. So like this week is also gonna feel like that pretty much all week because the registration deadline is Saturday. And guess who works Saturday? So but it'll be fine. It's really like I hope it never comes off to the point like where I seem like I don't like my job. I love my job. I also really enjoy the people that I work with. Like, even if I shit talk some people, like I do, like I'd rather work with them than other people. But yeah, which probably sounds like really bad. Oh, it's thundering a little bit. I'm gonna sleep good as fuck tonight. Do you guys like a good thunderstorm to go to bed to? We've been needing the rain too. It's been so fucking hot. Like anything that will help cool it up. Looks like it's been like in the upper 80s at night. Like I'm not used to that. I'm also not used to like the humidity being so high. Like I feel like all my summers growing up, they were hot for sure, like similar temperatures, but not muggy. Like it was like a dry breeze. Like it wasn't like you go outside and you're like wet feeling. Like I'm not used to that at all. So that's been kind of something I got used to. But yeah, I'm hoping this week isn't too horrible for me. I'm kind of nervous about going in tomorrow, not necessarily for work, but this is the other big news, so I guess we'll transition into that. I am potentially going to be buying a house within the next month or so. It's very exciting, I know. So, lease ends in December, and I've been just kind of peeking through houses in the area, you know, not expecting anything, and there was this house that I ate up, like, let's just be real, tip top of my pre-approval budget, so it's not a realistic thing. But we decided to go and see it just to be like for shits and giggles because we were looking at some other houses yesterday. And it was fucking gorgeous. Like it was like it was the best house that we went and saw, guaranteed. And also just like we had went and we had toured some other homes prior to getting this apartment, decided not to buy anything then. And like the reason I'm wanting to move forward with this house is A, it's amazing. It's technically within budget, but B, so many houses were getting listed and selling very quickly. And I'm scared we're gonna run into what we did last year, which is our lease is up and nothing like good to get into contract with. So we went, we saw it, and it was gorgeous, you know, what we expected. But like, you know, my mom is my realtor, by the way. And so she didn't want us to go look at houses because she's like, you know, you're so far out from your lease being over, and you should always, like, she always just wants us to have more money. But we pay so much in rent, like it's just, it's so hard to save money for like a house, like. But anyway, so she got a call from the seller's realtor, and they were like, so, like, you know, what did they think? And, you know, my mom was like, oh, they loved it, but, like, you know, to be honest with you, like, it's the top of their budget, so they know it's not inherently super realistic, but they're planning on talking to their lender tomorrow, which is true. So yeah, and then she was like, well, not to be like super informal or anything, but they want this house sold. So I know you said top of the budget, tell them to shoot an offer. And then also said that they would, like, are very willing to work with us, and also like talked about closing costs, which if you've never bought a house before, one of the biggest things on what makes buying homes like really hard and unaffordable is it's not the fact that you wouldn't qualify for a mortgage or anything, it's that certain loans that are offered for you have to put a down payment down. And a down payment, like, minimally should be like 10 grand or more. And then on top of that, you have closing costs, which is like a certain percentage of like the purchase. And that can be really fucking expensive. So the issue is not my monthly payment for my mortgage. It's easily doable, even with this house being at the tip top of my pre-approval. The issue is navigating how much I'm able to put down and if I'm going to be able to cover those closing costs. So that's what we're trying to figure out right now with my lender is, can I move forward? Because like, and we're redoing my pre-approval and we'll be able to talk about it. That's why I'm nervous for tomorrow. I'm calling, we're having a phone call scheduled for tomorrow to talk a little bit more. Because I got a raise and I'm actually getting another raise, I think next month if everything goes according to plan. Sorry, my nose is so itchy. If everything goes according to plan, I'm planning on getting another raise and like not only like a pay bump, but like a title bump, which is exciting, but I'm not 110% sure. So it might be not next month, but the month after. I have to ask to clarify, but yeah. So I know that realistically my pre-approval with these savings I have and then the income increase that I have, it'll be a higher pre-approval, which is cool. But that doesn't really matter because again, what's important is kind of figuring out those closing costs, and then starting to make an offer and negotiate to get into contract. So that's like really exciting. I'm really hoping it works out, because I don't think we really were gonna put an offer, but with what the realtor reached out and shared, like, makes us a lot more hopeful, because like the people who owned it previously doesn't even live in the US anymore. They because of their the administration right now went fuck it and they left the US, and so they just want the house they just want it gone because they're paying on it and they're not even there. They're in a completely different country. So so talking to my lender to stop, like, I feel like because we're talking over the phone, it's not going to be the most amazing conversation. And this is what's great, but like not great is I'm like kind of like a Nepo baby in this situation, because like the only reason like I even know this lender is because of my mom, and he owns a lending company. So like I have like the owner doing like being my lender, like of someone who trains and runs a company. It's insane. So and because he knows like that I'm my mom's kid, he's also pulling what my mom does, which is, yeah, you could do it, but like this sort of thing. And I'm sure other lenders do that with like clients that they have, and everything. But it's so funny to get him on the phone and he'll like talk me through something. He's like, you get what I mean? Like, because it's like it's so formal, but it's so informal at the same time, and because like everybody who has been kind of helping me through the process is either related to me or knows my mom. And so like it's formal, but it's like it's not because it's my mom, you know what I mean? But which has honestly been super helpful because it makes it less intimidating of a process, because I can ask stupid questions and then they can just tell my mom like what an idiot I am, and my mom will be like, yeah, I know, that's my fucking kid. So it's great. So we'll see. And then the big, other than like the figuring out closing costs and stuff like that, the bigger issue other than that is my lease, right? My lease doesn't end till December. Say everything looks good on paper and everything, and I make an offer and we get into contract. Like best case scenario, I could be looking at closing like end of September, early August, if like I can make an offer like this week or some shit, right? So that would be, did I say beginning of August? I meant beginning of whatever the fuck is next. October, isn't it? Yeah, September, October. So early October. So that would be potentially 3 to 2 months early. And I actually don't know if they make me pay December rent. Probably, which is shitty. But like, I'm like only gonna be here for 5 days in December. So I think I might ask them. So like I was just reading through my lease to see kind of what my options were if it came out to be that way. And there was 2 options that I read. And the first option is just vacating, giving like a 30-day notice, but I'm still responsible for rent. I'm either A, fully responsible for rent, or B, not necessarily responsible for rent, but I am responsible in like marketing money and shit like that for them to get a new tenant. Because like I didn't get, because they were expecting me to finish my lease. Does that make sense? So financially responsible in some way, shape, or form if I do that. The other one is getting a mutual agreement signature of a lease change, where we talk about it and then we do like we both sign like this waiver that says like I'm good to go and like move out early, and I'm not going to be held liable or responsible for like certain charges, which is what I'm hoping they will want to do. And I feel like it wouldn't be such a big deal if it was like an actual like one person landlord, but I don't. I live like my landlord is a company, so I really don't know how that's gonna go. I tried calling the office like twice, no one picked up, so I left a voicemail, and I'm hoping that they give me a call back tomorrow, or I'll just shoot them an email to kind of talk about my options and what they would recommend, because like I pay my rent on time. Like they've not had an issue with me, and I don't think that they honestly have an issue with getting people in. Like it's a really popular area to live in, and I feel like since we moved in, a ton more people have moved in, so I don't know. But like what I'm worried about is like if I do leave early and I don't do the like mutual agreement, they can just fuck me over with like, oh well, we did need to do this for marketing, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, I have to listen to them, you know? So yeah, so that's the one thing. I just really don't want there to be like a rent overlap essentially, because like could I actually do like a mortgage payment and my rent payment? Yeah. Do I want to do that? No. Because like that's just not good. Like that's not great for my finances, because it's already going to be kind of a lot on my finances doing my down payment and stuff like that. So it's just been kind of like, okay, if we do this, it's going to be that, and if we do that, it's going to be this, like type of thing, which has been a little stressful, but like also like very exciting. So I'm just hoping that it like all pans out and like works in the best way that I'm hoping for. And I can't tell you how gorgeous that house is, like because I figured our first home was going to be a ranch home, which is like no shade like to a ranch home, just, you know, I always grew up in like two-story houses for the most part, and this one is not. Like, it's a two-story, and oh my gosh, it has a backyard, and this is still in the city too. It's a backyard. It has a greenhouse, a fire pit, compost pile, and then it has like growing bins throughout the yard. And on top of that too, has a 2-car garage and extra spacing. And the house, oh my god, and the kitchen, it's like a Pinterest kitchen. Like, so definitely excited to see how everything happens, and stuff like that. We did see this other house, and you know what's so crazy, and like the issue with, I think, the ranch houses specifically for us, my boyfriend here, he's too fucking tall. Like literally a lot of the main bedrooms are like in this like lofty area for ranch houses, so like it's like a technical upstairs, but it's not really. And he used to be like this to like stand up in there. So like it's like an automatic no for like tons of houses because he's too fucking tall. So that's been like interesting to do walkthroughs and see be an issue. Remember when I say I'm gonna clean my brushes and I just never do it? But anyway, we're gonna use this Color Pop palette, Mint to Be, and it's like super nasty. But look, it's like pretty close. But yeah, well, it's just like a very like contextual thing, really. So we'll have to see kind of what happens. So yeah, if anybody wants to give me 10 grand to help buy a house, hit me up. Let me know. Much appreciated. Honestly, if I was rich, that's some shit I would do. I would help out people. But that's just because I'm so cool and so sexy. It's been so long since I've done a makeup video, and it's like, because I have crazy shit happen, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna figure this out, and then I fucking forget what I was like mainly waiting to share with you. Like, shut the hell up. I need to just record more, but I'm just so like stupid. Oh my god. So I don't know if you guys remember that one instructor that I had that like accused me of cheating and like using AI to plagiarize. So that was last term. This term, I have a professor that's also not like accusing me, because like this class you cannot use AI at all. I mean, maybe you could, I don't know. I don't fucking use it, so shit. But it's a graphic design class, right? And she grades so fucking hard, and so like this entire time I've been in her class, I'm like fluctuating between like a C and a B, and I'm like trying my absolute hardest. Like I'm like actually taking time after work to like look at my assignments, and I don't do that. Like I do not do that. And she just grades really hard, because like you will hit stuff on the rubric, but if she, and like that's the point of the rubric, but like, so like say you slightly miss something, right? And she has an option to give you anywhere between like the miss option, like, so say like, let me restart. Say you did what was exactly on the rubric, you would have gotten 30 points. But say you missed like part of it on the rubric, right? So she has an option to give you like 29 to, let's say 25 for that one thing you missed. You know what she's gonna do? She's gonna click 25. And if it's even a little bit lower than that, like on the next one, like, oh, you missed like 2 things, she's gonna click like, and it's 25 to like, I don't know, make that lower, like to 15. You know what she's gonna click? She's gonna click on that 15, because she just like grades really hard. And like, I think that can be helpful, but like in type of things that we're doing in this class, like, it's really not. And also, it's a free elective class. Like, it's not, again, I mean, it's technically required to graduate because it's like something I need to apply to my program, like, as an elective. But it's like specifically not a program specific class. And it's just like, oh my God. And I asked her, like, I had asked previously to resubmit something, and she was like, no, which is valid. I think that she has every right to say no, but it stung a little bit. She said it in kind of a shitty way too, because she was like, maybe if you read the instructions, you wouldn't be asking to resubmit that. Which she was right, but like, damn, girl, like, you've never had a rough night? Okay, just say that, I guess. Fuck. Never had a rough night where you kind of fuck up on reading a little bit? You know, I'm a real person, so I can say that. Yeah, I definitely have done that. Which is why I didn't do good on that assignment. But anyway, I did really good on one assignment, so it brought my grade up really high. And then I got a fucking F. An F for fucking idiot. On my next assignment. And then, guess what? What the fuck? So many people did so bad on that assignment. She was like, you guys can resubmit it, I guess. And guess who didn't get that email till the day after she was taking the resubmissions? So my grade is relying on my final project, and I literally put my entire asshole into this project. That's disgusting. This is like not okay. This is just washing it out. It's like there. It's just not showing. But anyway, I put like my everything into this stupid gay ass project that I didn't even want to do, and I'm like terrified to fucking open up my classes to see what she grades it, because like, I think if she gives me a shit grade, I think I'll pass, but I won't get credit for the class, which I think is stupid. I think if you pass the fucking class, you should get credit for the fucking class, but that's just me. But yeah, and I'm really nervous because I really, from my last class that I barely passed, like I fucked up my GPA, and I really don't want to keep fucking up my GPA. I'm so brain rotted, it's actually sick and twisted. But yeah, like, I'm hoping for the best. But I'm also trying to keep it realistic, and so yeah, I might not pass that class. And I don't know what it is. Like, I kill it. Like, I've been such an academic weapon, and like, it's like this last push of classes that I need before I graduate. I just like don't give a shit. Like, and that's not even true. It's like my brain has like given up, and it doesn't give a shit, even though I do give a shit. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, it's just like really fucking irritating. Like, here we go. Yeah, I want this a little bit deeper. But yeah, so keep me in your thoughts. I don't even know what I'm taking this coming semester. I haven't even looked at my classes yet. I don't think they're up yet. No, I think they'll load in this week, actually. I think they just loaded in, if I'm not mistaken. Because you guys know, like, I'm in a bachelor's program, so I'm no longer following the terms for the bachelor's. I'm following the graduate ones, because I work in graduates now. Not really. I've been enjoying it. It's so different that I think I like am telling myself I hate it, but I do like it. I'm like hiccuping my bad. But yeah, it's just like so different that it's like, I feel like, okay. I feel like it's just really hard to compare the two, to be real with you. Because like the students that you're working with are just different as well. Like, just, it's not the same. I'm gonna add a little bit of shimmer. I don't like that shimmer. I don't know. I just fucking stabbed myself, dumbass. Okay, no, it's not bad. Fuck, I forget which one I dipped it. Shit. They both kind of look similar. I think it was this one. I can never go off of shade names too on like a palette because I've dropped these ColourPop palettes so much in the time that I've had them. Which, by the way, these palettes are over like 6 years old. I think minimally, they're minimally 4 years. I wonder if they have a date. I don't see a date on here. They probably just, okay, that might need a little bit more done to it. I just saw that on the side and I kind of look a little wacky. Never claimed to be good at this, to be real. But yeah, I don't know. I've just been like, I think it's just like, it's a low motivation, and I just want to be done. And it's like the fact that I'm not gonna be done relatively soon. Because I think my last term is in March of next year, like this coming year. So I would be done in May, because like it'd be March to May. Like the classes would last. I think it's one class too, my last semester. And that's how I wanted it to be. So it's like, I'm done. Like, it's just one class and I'm done. So I don't want to kill myself. Because, like, honestly, if I had to end on 2, because I don't know if you guys remember, they fucked up my program and I was initially going to have to finish on 2. I was like, fuck no. So, got that figured out. You know what pisses me off about that? Kind of like, not just that in general, but like, I'm so irritated to hear like how people love their advisors, but my advisor doesn't even speak to me. And then I feel like he hates me because I've like reached out to him like for questions stuff, and he just like, I swear to God, that man like fucking flat out ignores me, or his coworker answers for him. Like, where are you? So, sir, if you see this, I just want you to like me. Like, I don't even know what I did. Like, do you not fuck with me? Like, what did I do? Alright, we're gonna fuck up some eyeliner. Because this is not the one I want. I like the felt tips. These. If you can do eyeliner really well with this, I think that you are like, honestly, God or something. Like, I put away my fucking mirror. Stupid. Alright, and I'm not doing like liner. I'm just, well, I mean, you'll see what the fuck I'm trying to say. I think. Oh my God, my lashes are fucking me up. You skanks. Okay, I just kind of want that line, so when I put on my lashes, they don't look like shit. It's like, is this supposed to be? did I think that was eyeliner? When did I get eyeliner? Did I use this as eyeliner at some point? I'm like wondering why my eye is like sticking to itself. I literally almost just said that. This is why I'm failing my class, like genuinely, because I can't fucking read. Oh. It's gonna be a rough one tomorrow. It's gonna be so tough for me to come in tomorrow. Okay. That's what I want. Honestly, I think that looks good. It makes like your eyes kind of pop. Now, I have two things of lashes. Personally, I feel like this would look a little insane on me. This reminds me of a drag lash and or lashes that I see on, some girls definitely do wear this. I just don't think that would look good with like my lid shape at all. But I definitely see that some people look good in this. Here, let me open it and just gander, because I think that's the other pair I have. Oh my god. Okay, bitch. Did I tell you to fall over? Oh shit. I'm gonna be able to get these out. Okay. But yeah, like very thick. I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of just hating. Guys, am I a hater? Be honest. Okay, not to like place it. I kind of fucked up the lash a little bit though, because I grabbed it funky. I didn't even give it a good chance, because I'm evil. Okay, obviously this is gonna need to be trimmed a bit, but I'm just trying to see if I can kind of shitty stick it on to see how it would look a little. Uh-huh. Ow. Hold on. I think we're gonna just fully send it and see. I'm gonna trim a little bit off the beginning, and I also trim a little bit off the end. And that normally causes a little bit of fraying, so just clean it up. Not too bad. If you cut like too far, you'll see a ton of fraying, which means you fucked up, respectfully. Not in the mood. Girl, bitch. There's nothing like breaking in a new lash though. Like no glue been on it previously. Like that is kind of nice. And this is no room for fuck ups because this lash glue again is black. I'm nervous. I don't know if this will look good on me. I don't feel like it will, but I'm willing to be wrong. It's cuter than I expected. It's definitely not on all the way though. Like I think it makes my like eyes look a little droopy. Hold on, I think I just need to readjust it, like the ending part. I don't know. Hold on. First of all, it is heavy. like it's heavy because you can see like right there. That's my natural lashes, like that little opening right here. And I even have them a little bit angled up to try and wow, like they're heavy. Like it kind of makes me, it reminds me of like putting on lashes for the first time. I'd be like, oh my god, these are so heavy. How do people wear them? This is what that feels like. I feel like I look a little silly though. Like, it definitely wouldn't be like a go-to, but I definitely see the appeal. Like, I definitely think that it does look good on some people. I think they're just a little long for me. I don't mind the thickness of it though, as much as I thought I would, but I just think it's a little long. Maybe I just need to shorten it a bit. Like if I shorten it, like cut it here. I don't know. My eye looks irritated as fuck. I think that I'm just gonna do like a full set and do the same other lash, even though like I feel like that's like the determination I need. It just looks like it just looks too long, and I think it is too long. I think that's my issue. I don't know. Like, I feel like I look like a kid who got into like and tried to put on an eyelash. I think I'm gonna try one more time. Give it like one final shot. I just really want to get it more into my inner corner because I think that will help it look, okay, wow. Look more, you know, more. That's the wording I'm trying to use here. I think we're gonna not use this. I don't know. Tell me what you think of that. And I'm gonna keep them, obviously, but I don't know if I'm gonna use them. This is the other pair. This is more something that I would wear. Like I would choose. I've never used though a pair that like didn't have like a little filling in. So I'm interested to see what that would look like. I have bought a pack of lashes. I'll have to look in my Amazon history where they kind of came like this, but they had like all blue and it was like a bunch of the same lash. I wonder if they still sell those. I love those lashes. Those were the lashes, like the only lashes I would wear before I got into wearing Lily lashes. Which, like, I'm gonna be so real with you. Don't buy like expensive like luxury brand lashes if you won't be able to upkeep like buying them, because like now like when I wear lashes I don't feel like stuff compares to that. You know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna trim these up as well. My thought process with this pair is I'm thinking that maybe it'll give off like more of a natural look, or like, I don't know the right word. I see them advertised all the time like an M. Like I think it's like a Japanese word. I don't know. All right, and I don't have actual glue on these. I just like, they're tacky. Oh. Hold on. I feel kind of bald. Okay, yeah, can you just like connect to my eyeball, please? Well, that obviously is not gonna look good on anyone. I don't know, I think maybe I just need to glue it first and actually look in the mirror, because I don't think I'm doing them justice. I think I'm just playing. honestly, I love like watching back when I'm doing makeup videos, like how many times I fuck with my face. Like I could never like wear like a full face for an extended period of time. Maybe they need like brushed. I don't know. Like this is not, I don't feel like that's what they're supposed to look like. I feel like that looks kind of crazy. I put my glasses on. Yeah, like that looks kind of insane. Like I think I get what the look is supposed to be, but it's just not. Cause like they don't look bad from like below. Like I would like if I saw someone wearing like a lash that looked like this, I would think that like it's like missing hair or something. It's not on correctly, but like, so maybe I should shut the hell up. I don't think that helps. I'm trying to find I think this is just like a type of lash you would layer, maybe. I'm trying to find a one of my brushes that like has the, you know, like the eyebrows, the spool. And it's gonna be like the last brush that I pull, guaranteed. So decide you're gonna rip the lash off my eye or just do nothing. I don't think that's doing anything. I think you're supposed to do this with lashes. I don't think that these particularly look really great on me. I don't know, you tell me. Maybe I'm just butchering them. Because I definitely think that these would look cute on somebody, but I also think I just have like a lash preference, and neither of these lashes are that preference. Which, like, no hate. I feel like all my makeup videos just turn into me taking 6 fucking years to put lashes on. Alright, I'm gonna put these on and scroll on TikTok, and then I'll come back to finish. Okay, I completely changed my mind. I trimmed the fuck out of them. So they're a lot smaller. I think this eats, honestly. I would not, again, like 100, I think this looks better just without my glasses. I think it 100% would not like go out of my way to buy lashes like this, so I'm glad that they were gifted to me to try. They kind of look like Barbie lashes. Like if you ever watched like one of the movies and you see like the animals have like lashes, this is the type of lashes that they had. No shit. But they're cute. Like I don't hate it. I just new for me, you know. So let's wrap this mug the fuck up because I have to go to bed early because I work. So let's do the eyebrows. Which, by the way, if you guys have any makeup products to suggest, please, since I am hoping to like revamp the makeup I do have because of brands I just don't want to support. So if you have any brands that you would recommend to like check out, definitely let me know. I fucking love Benefit. I wish they just weren't so expensive. Can I also say something kind of crazy? I don't know if this is crazy or not. I think that 2016 makeup eats so bad, and I kind of hate that people shit on it so much. I need to move this lash like way over. Don't look that crazy close at it. But anyway, I like hate that people like, oh, that's so crazy, the 2016 makeup. I don't know if it was just because I lived around that time, like was very like conscious, if that makes sense, on 2016. But like I thought people ate it up. And I think that like the 2016 brows do look good, and like people clown them for having those brows now, and it's like those brows used to be like to die for. And I get it, like I thought they looked good, and I think that they still look good. I definitely get like the natural brow nowadays. Like I think a lot of the makeup is like, you know how trends are, but like I think a lot of the makeup now is like relying on going back to more natural, which I don't think looks bad, but like I think people just are scared of not looking perfectly natural. And this is what my mega clear. Which I got from the Dollar Tree when it was still a fucking dollar. I actually like have been avoiding Dollar Tree recently because it's just like, you would think that like, oh, the quarter doesn't like really add that much, but like it's such a stark difference to me personally, like to the point I'm like not, excuse me, I'm not interested in shopping there anymore. Cause like, and so I think like $1 nowadays seems like more than it used to, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, God, I feel like I can't fucking talk. But what I'm trying to say is it's like that $1.25 like adds the fuck up, and then also it feels like I'm spending so much more money. Like genuinely it does. Alright, we're gonna do some blush. This is the ColourPop Sweetheart Blush. Cutie. And I go pretty heavy on blush because, as you know, I'm a naturally pinky red person. So when I do coverage, I just kind of make myself more pinky toned. That's another thing that I'm really excited to try. I want to try pink setting powder. And like, I think brands are finally getting it to the point where they're making pinky, like pinker foundations. Because I've seen some other brands start doing it. I'm like, yes, please. Because like you have to choose, like I think as like someone who has like my skin tone who's very fair but like very pink and red, you kind of have to choose to either be super yellow or super white. And it's like you're like in that in between that nobody really makes, I find. Because like the crazy thing is they do make pinky shades but for darker skin tones. And so like obviously that's not something I'm gonna wear. Like, hello, look at me. But like it's just weird that like we agree that that skin tone, like that pinkiness is there, but it's only for like deeper skin tones. But then I also see like the opposite issue happening too with like darker skin tones where there's not a lot of difference of undertones and things like that. So it's like you can't fucking win. Like you'll get something with one brand and then not the other. I'm hoping to get my next, I think, foundation or base is gonna be the skin tint from Fenty. I've heard so many good things about it, and I've wanted it for so long. And like my best friend actually let me use a little bit of it not too long ago. It was kind of a long time ago compared to now, but like it went on so good and it felt nice. I think one of the harder things for me with makeup is that I feel it. I didn't really feel it too bad. Because like what I put on as a base is a skin tint. It's tinted moisturizer, and it's the in, which I would say this is definitely like a summer shade for me. I'm definitely very much more pale in the wintertime. We made it this far though, like before a nail popped. But here for safekeeping, but yeah. And this highlighter was the Making Memories. I'm actually gonna do some under my brows really quick. But yeah, I know like a lot of people, I've talked about this previously, I think, with like wanting to do like the project pan stuff, so like where you use up all of your product before replacing it. And I'm planning on doing that with a lot of products, but for some stuff, for like hygiene reasons, it's time to go. Okay, so highlighter. So I think we're just on to lips and we're done. Yeah. So what do we want to do for lips tonight? Do we want to do lip liner? Do we want to... You know what? Oh my god, I completely forgot that my favorite lip shines are fucking e.l.f. products. It's like they'll last me forever. If you guys don't know, this was like one of the first things that Kira ever bought me. It's like some of these lip shines. They're so cute too because they have this like cute little heart. I don't know if you can see it really good. It's like this cute little heart in the middle. I think we'll just use this. I think I'm just gonna rip the label off of them. Do I have a zillion followers or subscribers? No, but are you gonna get free publicity from me? Fuck no. Not that you should go out and buy this, because you shouldn't be supporting that in my opinion, but I do love these because the taste is so good. I don't know if I probably have shared this, but like I got a watermelon milk tea like with tapioca, like boba, in New York City when I was there, and it tastes just like that, and it was so good. And I'm not like a big like watermelon guy, but that shit was so fucking good. Fuck my stomach up, but it was so good. So anytime I use it, I think of that. I don't think I'm gonna add gloss. I think that's gonna be the look. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I was just kind of all over the place, which I feel like I always am. Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about my sex life, but then I feel weird talking about my sex life. Like, I'm not embarrassed to talk about sex, but like at the same time, I know not everybody's like into that, which like also brings me into this like weird thing like my cousin did, where she was like literally talking about her sex life, and like my cousin's like my sister, like just like super close, so like that's not weird to me personally. And then like I was talking about shit and she's like, ugh, I don't want to think about that. Oh, were we not? Okay, bitch. So it's like we're adults, like the fuck. So I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, and also like you guys literally don't know me. So, all that to say, it's been great. And I just felt the need to share that before I leave, because I feel like I always do this. It's like if you ever do therapy and like you're like a session wraps up and then you just drop the thing that you've been wanting to say the whole time. But yeah, I gotta clean my desk up and go to fucking bed. I've been watching a ton of King of the Hill because like that news there, like they had like a new season. I'd never watched King of the Hill growing up, so I decided that it might be like fun to start it. It's fucking hilarious. There's some episodes I've had to skip out of like I don't know if anybody else is like this. I get like secondhand embarrassment so easily, like to the point like I have to turn it off. And that, like with how like naive some of the characters are, like Peggy, who's like the mom. If you've ever watched it, oh my God, shut. How like naive she is, like she'll get herself into like situations and you're just like but yeah, I'm gonna go because I'll keep yapping your ear off. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do more. I say this in every fucking video where I'm like, I'm gonna start post more. I'm gonna believe myself into doing it. I've been feeling good. I've been keeping up on my medication. Like I think I'm in a better place. I'm getting to a better place mentally. I gotta get these fucking lashes off. They look so bad. Oh my God, they're so uneven. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope